We actually are privileged to have an incredibly robust partnership with the DCBA, under which we have been delivering 2 webinars a month on topics of legal interest for small business owners. And we also have a very active referral line going from DCBA folks to us for direct legal services. So really, really terrific to be here and to be talking to all of you. So for those of you who don't know about Tzedek's work, I'm going to give you a brief overview, as a lot of the issues that we've already discussed and the challenges that folks are facing are things that our larger agency addresses as well. And then I'll turn to small business work, which I know is the focus of this. So we're a nonprofit legal services agency. Our founding principle 46 years ago was pretty basic. It's to bring justice to the most vulnerable members of our community. And we do that regardless of any individual's race, religion, ethnicity, or immigration status. So it's undeniable that low-income communities and communities of color have historically and continually been disproportionately impacted in terms of denials of economic opportunities, housing, benefits, and more. As we've all been discussing, that's been painfully reinforced by the impact of COVID-19 on these communities. So the individuals that we reach out to educate about their rights and to provide free legal services for are predominantly from these communities and remain the focus of our outreach and our services. So again, basically, we provide education, outreach, and direct legal services to individuals throughout LA County in a wide range of areas. To name a few, we represent low-income seniors who are victims of financial, physical, and emotional abuse, who need help with advanced planning, with adult conservatorships, with housing protection, with public benefits. Obviously, the issues facing this community have been exacerbated by COVID-19, and there's just a lot of activity trying to bring them relief. We have a really robust workers' rights projects to help ensure fair pay and safe conditions for low-wage workers. Again, a population of folks who are markedly impacted by the pandemic. We have a low-income tax clinic. We have an extraordinarily busy homelessness prevention and housing rights team, and an immigrant youth project that has the aim of helping these kids get on a path to legal residency and a safe and stable life. That's a few of our programs. All of our programs have pivoted over the last month, as has everybody here, I'm sure, to developing new ways to serve our clients and communities, remotely and otherwise, and both in terms of their continuing legal needs and also with respect to addressing new challenges wrought by COVID-19. And I do want to say that we do have a general intake line if you want to direct folks who need help in any of those areas, and that's 323-939-0506. And obviously that's on our website as well, tzedek.org. So on to the Small Business Project, which is part of our economic justice umbrella. We launched this project about 4 years ago to help low to moderate income small business owners throughout LA County. The original and still philosophy was that if you help small businesses get set up and thrive, that provides a path to economic stability for individuals and their communities. But those of us in the legal community recognize that many enterprising folks who have small businesses don't have the resources to get needed legal services, which are often needed in order to grow and to thrive. So we reached out to traditionally underserved and marginalized communities to offer a couple of different types of services. One is legal education. So we partnered with the county, we partnered with the city, we partnered with all kinds of community and neighborhood organizations to bring workshops on legal issues that are of importance to small business owners. We used to do those things in person. We now do lots of webinars and are hoping someday to return to the in-person setting, though in many ways with webinars, we've been able to reach even larger audiences. So I guess if there's a silver lining to remote life, that's one of them. So obviously, when COVID hit, these small businesses were reeling from the impact on their businesses, and we started getting a lot more calls and referrals from small businesses that just needed help in figuring out how to survive in this climate. And we are obviously um, you, very much conscious of the fact that that marginalized communities have been impacted in a really significant way. There have been studies that have been done over the last couple of months and continue to be watched that say among the businesses that have been shuttered, there's been about a 40% drop in Black-owned businesses, 32% drop in Latinx-owned businesses, also significant drops in immigrant-owned and female-owned businesses. So obviously, we stepped up our efforts to do outreach to these communities and these small businesses to help them get up on their feet, stay on their feet, find the assistance that they need from the legal perspective. Again, we do that in two ways. One is bringing legal education on topics of interest, and it's been really helpful with our partners around the city have been periodically been surveying their small business communities and the folks that they deal with to see what the top issues are that they are trying to address. And it's been a pretty steady stream of similar issues. People want to know, how do you access COVID relief and how do you comply with the repayment terms or the forgiveness terms? Plenty of people wanted help renegotiating their commercial leases at a point where they were having no money coming in, and obviously issues paying their rent. So a lot of negotiating rent deferral payments and other lease issues. Plenty of questions about contract enforceability, about how to be a good employer and take care of employees during a time that people's businesses are closed. Questions about insurance issues, about entity formation. How do they make sure that they are protected legally in the context of what's going on? So lots of topics that we've been able to partner with DCBA and others on doing free legal webinars that are open to everyone, regardless of really where they are or what their business is about. And then we also make free legal services, the delivery of direct legal services, part of our really important mandate. And so folks who have questions specific to their businesses and need a lawyer can apply to us. We do have a financial eligibility standard for that has to be met, and we are only able, in the context of this project, to help for-profit businesses with this whole range of transactional services that I mentioned before. People just need to apply on our website, and I will put in the chat box the link to the portal for applying for free legal services. How do we deliver those services? There has been an incredible response from the LA private legal community, who, from the very beginning of COVID and the building out of our small business program, have offered pro bono services to help these small businesses in dealing with all the issues that I've been mentioning, from lease negotiations to entity formation to employment advice and the like. And so now I have this incredible bench of over 50 law firms of folks who are available to help. So the way the direct legal services work is that someone applies online. There's a brief application, tells us what their issues are, where they are. We make an eligibility determination at Tzedek about whether they are financially eligible and whether the services they are requesting are something that we can help with. And then we do an intake with the applicants. And hopefully, once we confirm eligibility and issues, then I go out to my pro bono community and I match a lawyer with the expertise that's needed with the applicants and the clients, so that they can get the legal help they need. It's been an incredibly busy time, and we continue to have a steady stream of applications, and are really happy to see that folks are finding us and applying for services. So again, just kind of briefly, webinars are available on a continuing basis on our website. We keep a month-by-month calendar so that folks can find and register for the various webinars. DCBA obviously has a fantastic distribution network to let people know about those, and our communications folks put the flyers on social media, and we've been getting really pretty substantial and continuing attendance on all the different webinars. Free, available to everyone. And then again, for direct services, folks should feel free to apply online, and we will get in touch and figure out and hopefully be able to help them and set them up with a lawyer to help them out.